Hey Aries, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be doing a general reading for March. Just know that again, this is a general reading, so place the information that I give you where it makes sense in your life, and we'll be going through a couple of topics, so try to stick to the end to see where the information is for you specifically. But let's just jump right in and see what Spirit has to say, what your guides have to say. Let's get the first message out. Oop, that's one. Let's do one more. I don't like that. Let's do one more. That works. So let's get some positivity going here. So we have stability, attainment, strategy and resilience, willpower, and creation. I'm going to try to set this tone here for our reading with a little bit of positivity. So March, we have gone through a lot. That's what I'm seeing right now for you guys, Aries. The willpower, the strength, the resilience, just finding the stability within yourself. There's a lot of things that a lot of you guys have gone through currently, and almost like kind of getting out of that muck. Like I'm feeling the movement, I'm getting the momentum that's forward. And that's like in different aspects of life. Again, you guys are all probably going through different things, and just know again, whatever information I give you, kind of place it where it makes the most sense in your life. But just know that your guides see that you guys have gone through since last month. And I think before the new year, I'm getting a sense that it's just been like in the making. But since last month, you guys have grown a lot. So your next chapter for March is just kind of keeping yourself going, that momentum forward, because there can be a tendency to kind of like fall back into our old ways, if that makes sense. And your guides are like seeing that that's not what you want. And that the momentum forward is going to continue as long as like you can kind of keep, I guess, like the willpower. I think there's something happening right now where you guys almost feel more stable than last month. And it's still rocky. It's almost like you're unsure, but it's the stability is coming from yourself. So just realize that guides see you, and to give yourself like a pat on the back, because you kind of you've come far. And this is what that's kind of showing me right now. Attainment, resilience. There's definitely like a big bounce back, like a new you kind of coming through. So that's very empowering, I want to say. And the fact that someone can validate that you've kind of pushed through a lot of things is super important, because sometimes we just don't even notice that we have gone through all these like hardships, and just knowing that someone is by our side going through it is just absolutely amazing. So just remember that. But let's go ahead. I'm going to now pull 3 different topics. We're going to first go through what is going on internally. And then we're going to do work and finance, and then love, relationship, family stuff. So let's just jump right in. Let's get an idea of what's going on internally, because that kind of sets the tone for the other places, like things that happen in our life. It's all connected. Like you think like, oh, like my family life is good and my relationship is good, but my work is different. It's all connected. Like it really is all connected, because we're all energy, and what we experience in one place, we kind of bring it to the next, whether we like it or not. So let's just see what's going on internally. Ooh, they do not want, okay, there we go. Goals, okay. Yeah, but that makes sense. So now that this next chapter, your March is kind of like I said, like you're coming out of the muck. I'm getting like muck. Like it felt like that pull, like pulling yourself out, like almost army crawling out of something that was just treacherous. Now I'm seeing that you guys are setting a lot of goals for yourself. So This is for what's going on internally, goals. There's a lot of planning and almost trying to even, I'm going to say this might make sense to most of you, but not all, but just keep that in mind. It might not resonate, that's okay. But for a lot of you guys, I feel like you're almost trying to like occupy your mind right now so that you don't fall back on your old ways. So it's like I'm making plans um to go travel more or to see my friends more, or I'm going out more often now just so that I'm not sitting home thinking and being in my head. And that's all fine, all good. I see that you're also setting yourselves up emotionally to have higher goals. Again, it's almost like when you break up with someone, and there might be a lot of you guys kind of in a relationship that ended, but I'm getting a sense of like the new me, like cut my hair off or something like that. But the goal is like, okay, well, I want to look better now and I want to, go to Harvard. Like every time like a girl breaks up with a guy, she like goes to Harvard, gets a degree and comes back and is a lawyer. Things like that. I'm getting that kind of energy from the goals aspect. And it's almost like I want to show them, it doesn't have to be a relationship, it could be anything like friends, family. That's like almost like I want to show them, but really, like, it's almost like a benefit for yourself because it's like, yeah, you're pushing yourself forward and everything happens for a reason, right? I keep pointing that sign because it does. Everything does happen for a reason. So you feeling this way is only going to benefit you because you are setting yourself up for success. So I'll put some tarot just to get like a little bit more clarification on what's going on the inside. Jump right into that. Yep, that makes sense. Yep. Okay, yeah. Let's just do that because this is good. So I'm gonna start. Let's do these two first. So we got the Devil in reversed and the Five of Cups. And then I did also get the Eight of Pentacles. But I just want to talk about these two first. So there is something that broke down with the Five of Cups here. This is showing me, and again, like a lot, like I said, a lot of you might be going through a breakup, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be because it could be work. Like we're also pulling information on work and career and stuff like that. But I'm getting almost like the mourning aspect of something that happened in the past. And again, I think this already happened way before last month. I think this, like I said, that last month was realizations. Maybe you already broke up, but I think this happened prior to the beginning of the year. Maybe like bouncing back and forth with this person, but now I feel like you guys are almost in a realization that is really over, and your again the goals like making plans to kind of preoccupy your mind is a way that I'm feeling it, but realistically, it's to really, in a positive sense, put yourself in a better position than you were before, and that's okay. It's gonna just it's all good. Like you might be doing it for someone else, but you're still benefiting from it. And I want you to know that you should do things for yourself, but this is the energy and the vibe I'm getting, right? Like it's almost like just preoccupy your mind or be better than you were before so the other person can be like, see what you missed out on. It could be also career stuff. Like you could be doing this for the boss that was like not seeing your worth or whatever, right? But then in the day, the energy is that there is something that broke down, there is a loss, there is grieving. And I think already has taken place and might still be happening because, again, like healing is not linear, healing is up and down. So you could still be in the process of healing. But I see that your guides notice that this is happening and or happened. With the Devil in reverse, this was this is in reverse now, but I feel like if I would have done a reading prior to this year, that this would have been upright. I think there was some kind of toxic chain, but now that it's in the reverse, it's showing me that you have let go, that there was a break in that kind of toxicity, that this person, their situation is gone. Again, it could be a work situation. You could have just left the job that was super toxic, but the energy here is that there was a breakdown. And of course, with it being reverse, is showing me that the chains are almost broken and like you're out of it. Like you're out, you put yourself out of that situation. So that's super important. This is why the goals card is here currently. And with the 8 of Pentacles, like you're putting in the work for something big. 8 is right before 9, and 9 is nearing completion. So the hard work right now is going into yourself. Like you're setting up goals for yourself that for the vibe, like I said, that I'm getting is that you're almost doing it for other people, but you're going to benefit. It's going to be a net positive no matter what. Sometimes, like, you're going to laugh at me, and I just like Ariana Grande like makes fire breakup albums and it's almost like you have to go through like a hard time to like make yourself a fire album, if that makes sense, but basically make yourself like a better person. I never want anyone to have to break up with someone to actually do something really amazing, but like that's almost what it is. That's what it feels like you're gonna come out like better than you were before because of this situation. So not fun to go through, but just realize that because you're kind of like pivoting and getting yourself out of the mud, as muck or whatever I called it before, you're gonna like glow. Maybe the mud is good for your skin. I don't know. But just know that your guides see you and that March is looking like busy. Like you're gonna be busy in the best way possible. And getting that like revenge bod or something. Something along those lines. I see that. Let's just go ahead into the career mode. Could be finances, could be like a passion project, doesn't have to necessarily be a career. But let's just go ahead and see what your guides see in that aspect. Because again, this kind of all blends. So I feel like very, very positively about it. Oh, hello. Yeah. So we got the astronomer discovery. Augury? I don't know how to pronounce that, but here we are. Yeah, so there's a lot of self-discovery again with the whole goals thing. I think you're setting I'm getting the Harvard vibes. Like I'm going back to school. I'm going to Harvard. That's like what I'm getting in my head. And it's not necessarily that you're going to Harvard, but I'm getting like the sense of your goal planning, if it's even related to career, because it might not be. You could be planning. I'm just laughing because I'm hearing it in my head, like I'm going to Harvard. But I feel like for a lot of you, there's some kind of self-discovery. There's something that's going on right now with this resilience, just putting yourself like the will. Even this is showing me willpower creation. You're trying to create like a new chapter because of what happened. I think you guys are on the low, very low energy, low vibe, like just emotionally low. And now it's like, okay, I need to get myself out of this. Like, I can't do this forever. That's the energy that I'm getting. And so when it comes to the work thing, I mean, maybe it's just like a passion, but maybe you're fine with work. Maybe there's like a passion project that you just like are trying to do right now because you want to get yourself out of that funk. But there is some kind of internal dialogue right now trying to find what kind of like suits you, what is going to give you that passion, what's going to push you forward. And this still the energy and the vibe that I'm getting is almost like you want to show that. Maybe you are in a situation right now with work that like you've accepted the fact that this probably isn't for you and now you're trying to figure out what you want to do. And like, it could be a passion project, like you started something with people, it ended, and now you want to show them and do something better. Like there's something in that where you're searching for, but let's pull some tarot and kind of see if there's a message with that. There's a lot of positivity and change coming, which is good because next month is starting. We want to feel like we're moving forward, right? Okay. Can we get some here? No. I think that's good. And let's do one more. No. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Well, I think this will be good. I love when that happens. Oh, and this is my dog. Hi. Hello, buddy. We're not doing that. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, no. Okay. So, with like discovery, that whole energy, again, I did say something like a passion project, it might be, but I have the Page of Wands, the Empress, and the Two of Cups. So, for a lot of you guys, like right now, it's the discovery phase. There is going to be an opportunity. So, this is the Page of Wands as a messenger of bringing you news of something that gives you like passion, adventure, something that's going to spark your excitement. And I feel like you guys are almost narrowing down what it is that you guys want to do. Discovery within yourself. What will like actually make you happy and passionate about like your day to day, if that makes sense. And this is the way that this is coming across is your guides almost see that you need the problem is what you were experiencing in work didn't align. There was like like an imbalance. There's some kind of imbalance. And your guides are telling me right now with the Page of Wands coming in that there is the opportunity, that message of that, like something coming in that's going to spark your passion, that's going to give you passion, excitement, and it's going to give you balance and it's going to come to you. You're not going to be searching for it. With the Empress, I want you to actually be in this energy because I think with you guys being on that vibe right now of like setting your goals and just kind of like new me era, I want you to remember like the Empress energy is someone that comes in not asking, not taking, but just waiting to receive. So just in the way I want like you to envision like your future is I already have it, right? And I'm just waiting for it to come to me and like be open to receive. I think that's what your guides are almost seeing right now, and that this is going to come in giving you that balance and filling your cups. That's what the two of cups is giving me, like a good harmony, balance, a give and take, whatever this new chapter is. And like maybe you had an opportunity and you guys are maybe questioning if you should take it or not. Your guides are seeing that this is going to be a balance. It's not something that you're going to chase. It's going to come to you and it's going to spark your passion. So keep that in mind. I think for a lot of you, there might be some soul searching for a little bit though. And I'm hoping by next month, maybe that'll be like your new chapter has started. Again, if the work aspect doesn't correlate or make sense right now to you because it's not part of your message, again, we're going to have love come up in a second. So just bear with me. But I do have to say, for those that have the career thing on their mind, there is some soul searching that needs to be done. There is some kind of discovery. There is something important here that you haven't quite figured out or are on the verge of figuring out, and that is going to be what your next chapter will be. The minute that you are solid in what it is that you want is the minute that the universe is going to start working its magic to get that to you. Again, it's all about alignment, so you can't just like guess. It needs to feel right. And again, like it is like if your work's fine, if it's a passion project maybe, but something will just come natural. Like say like you wanted to just start painting, but like you want to sell it and like you don't know how to do it. Like don't worry about how to do it. Just do it. Just start aligning yourself and the opportunities will come. So just think about that even like in any aspect of the career. Just do it because this is the Empress energy that needs to be like if you want to manifest this, it needs to be you. You're not here to like make something happen, like force it. You're here to be open. Just like be present in the moment. Enjoy what you're doing and then let it come to you. That's just how manifesting works, you know? So that's a beautiful message. And again, like all correlated, there are, things that you guys are almost already planning. So for a lot of you, I feel like you guys already know what that is. But for those that don't, that might be the soul searching time to do that. Let's jump into the love reading. See what's going on. It doesn't have to be love. It could be friendships, it could be family, coworkers, it could just be neighbors, anything like that, any situation that's going on right now that you kind of need an answer for. Try to make it fit in your situation. Okay. Oh, that one looks like it. Yeah. So, like I was saying, I think for a lot of you, there might have been a breakup situation. So, I have protection, call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. So, I think I said this in the beginning of the video, but for a lot of you that when we had that goals thing come up, a lot of you might have been going through a breakup or already have, and a lot of you are kind of still going back and forth with this person. And maybe a lot of you kind of put your foot down finally, but I'm getting the protection card. Your guides are been consistently trying to protect you from this person. I think you've gotten plenty of signs, more than enough signs that you need to leave. Um this just it could be a friendship, right? To like walk away from a friendship. Um but a lot of you, I'm just getting heartbreak, and I'm getting even like friendship, like calling back your power. Like sometimes friends can be, they just completely consume who you are. So if it's a friend group, that could make sense. But I have a feeling that a lot of you guys are just in a very back and forth relationship. And if it's a friend, just know like if it doesn't align, you guys don't align, it don't align. You don't have to people please. And I feel like I'm getting a lot of energy of people pleasing. Like you're putting this person, these group of people, like above yourself and not taking care of you, which is very like heartbreaking to hear because you, I feel like, are type of person that kind of gives a lot. So let's go pull some tarot and see what this is about. Okay. Yep, Tower moment just came out. Oh, I guess not. Nope. Okay, what else? We need two more. Okay. Yeah. So Tower moment was the first card that came out. So there's definitely a breakdown. This was rough. Whatever this experience is, whether it be friendship, whether it be a relationship, it was rough. There was like the strength card came out and the 3 of wands. So the strength card with the tower card right now is showing me that this took a lot to get to the place that you are right now. You have been struggling to find peace within the situation. You've been struggling to find peace in being on your own or away from these group of people or person. It took you a lot of strength to walk away from this. But I want to express that like the tower moment, as scary as it looks, it really isn't. You have built a foundation prior to meeting this person, these group of peoples. You have built the foundation because you have given so much. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, you kind of almost were the people to have kind of created this stability within the relationship in the beginning. And just because it came crashing down doesn't mean that there's nothing to rebuild back from. If that makes sense. My English okay? You still have a foundation to build back. And that foundation is there because you put it there. And so like you're not starting from scratch. You're not starting from like nothing because like the work that you put in is still there. And it's just a matter of what is aligned with you. So your guides want you to know that this is showing that they validate you and that they are with you through the probably worst phase in your life currently. Maybe you've had worse, but they see that the struggle is real. And what they are also seeing, which is in par with everything else that we saw here with like working on yourself, the goals, the 3 of wands, this is planning for the future. This is this card, goals. I mean, your next month is beautiful. I feel like for a lot of you guys are gonna be very, very busy trying to figure out what like the next goal, like the next step is in your next chapter and like define yourself. And that's gonna be from person to person. I think that's a beautiful thing to even like be able to realize that you can do that, because when you're in the tower moment, it's really hard to see. When the tower moment happens, like all hell breaks loose and you lose yourself, and there's just so much that needs to be rebuilt, and you'd kind of get overwhelmed. And like this is showing me that you're almost again like out of the muck, army crawled your way out, because now there's planning for the future. There's a beautiful like next step. Um I mean, it could be with like groups of people, you can make new friendships. You can make find your way whether or not you want to be in a new relationship, start dating again. There's like the opportunity for that to happen, but I think right now internally this next month is going to be goal oriented you, like revenge bod or getting that new job or finding that new passion, like something to put yourself out there again and to really bring up your confidence, because I think confidence right now is lacking. Like you've gone through it all. There's resilience showing me here. You're trying to create something. It's all very apparent. Let me just pull one more card. Because again, for a lot of you, if you guys were in a relationship, probably need some kind of closure. And I want to give that to you so you don't go back, because I'm getting the sense of like going back. Like that's the energy that I'm getting. And let's try to like give ourselves the closure that we just don't go back. Let's see. What do we have? Eh, do one more. Yeah. Let's see what this one is. Something like that. That energy. I wish things could be different. Yeah. I feel like whatever happened between the two of you, I feel like again the back and forth was only because you were kind of allowing it because you saw potential, and or there was like maybe manipulation, but like just emotional manipulation because they just want to be in your life. I wish things could be different. This person does want to come back. That's my fear. That is my massive fear, because I kind of feel that way because it was a back and forth, and that's just an intuitive thing, and maybe it doesn't resonate, but for a few of you if it does resonate, just know that I'm getting an energy of like this person's going to try to come back, and this person does want things to be different. They're not in a position to be changed within such a short period of time, and I don't think you can do that kind of work that quickly. And that's going to set you back. And again, you have free will. Maybe you do want to let that person in. Your guides are wanting you to know that they just want like they want you to continue to move forward. Like the path that you're on right now is the path that you should be on. And like again, it might change. So like next month you may decide to give that person another chance, because again, they want things to be different. Realistically, I'm getting the thing of like I wish things went back to the way they were. But I just have a feeling that they will whatever this group of people, person, situation will rear its head again, where it's going to kind of almost like be a test to pull you back in. So keep that in mind. But for the most part, I feel like I see you guys kind of moving forward away from this. The goals are here. You're setting yourself up for a good new month ahead. So March is looking really positive, very uplifting, very powerful, and like I'm getting like so much strength out of it. So keep that in mind to try to keep moving forward, keep the momentum going. Like you're going to look back at your past situation and it will just be like a blip and it won't matter, right? As long as like you can feel comfortable in doing that and at peace at that, then like everything will work out the way it needs to. and your guides are by your side. So definitely thank them because they did an amazing job kind of validating you and your experience. And definitely stick around. We will do a mid month reading. Come back for the next month's reading as well. And don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel. Definitely leave a comment so people don't, can know that they're not alone in a situation. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you have an amazing rest of the day. See you guys on the next one.